If truth really does move through cultures and generations, then something important follows. We don't just meet truth out there in the world, we meet it through our awareness. The way we see, think, and interpret things becomes the place where truth shows up for us. That doesn't mean we invent reality. It means our understanding of reality always passes through our perception first. So truth isn't completely separate from the mind that receives it. The same event can be seen differently depending on memory, language, on emotions, or culture. Still, that doesn't mean truth is just whatever each person feels. It means the encounter with truth is more complex than we often admit. Reality is there, but our awareness interprets it, sometimes clearly, sometimes with distortion. Many ancient traditions noticed this long before modern psychology ever talked about perception. In the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, preserved in early Buddhist writings, there is a simple but powerful idea. We do not experience reality directly. We experience it through mental patterns shaped by past experience. What we see is filtered by what we have lived. The goal of awareness then is to recognize those filters, not to deny truth, but to see it more clearly by understanding how our mind works. A similar idea appears in the ancient Indian Upanishads. These texts explore the relationship between consciousness and ultimate reality. They suggest that understanding deepens when awareness turns inward and examines itself. In other words, the more clearly we understand how we perceive, the more clearly we can understand what we perceive. In ancient Greece, Plato explored this through philosophy. In his famous allegory of the cave, people mistake shadows for reality because they have never questioned what they see. The point is not that the senses are useless, but that perception must be examined. Otherwise, we confuse appearance with deeper truth. The Hebrew wisdom tradition also speaks about the heart and mind as places of discernment. Awareness is not treated as neutral. It must be shaped through reflection, ethical sensitivity, and remembering past lessons. In this view, truth can be clarified or obscured depending on the state of one's awareness. In the teachings attributed to Yeshua, the Hebrew rabbi from Galilee, in the New Testament, this idea appears in a very practical way. His parables often end with the phrase, "Let those who have ears hear." The message is simple. Truth may be present, but it still requires readiness and openness to recognize it. Awareness itself must be awake. These traditions come from very different worlds, and they should not be forced into one single doctrine. Yet, they share one insight. Awareness plays an active role in how truth is encountered. This realization should make us cautious. If our perception shapes how we experience truth, then unexamined awareness can easily project assumptions onto reality. Bias, fear, cultural habits, and emotional attachment can make us feel certain even when we are mistaken. Without reflection, confidence can become illusion. But awareness is not only a source of distortion, it is also the way correction becomes possible. When we pause and ask, "Why do I see it this way?" we gain the ability to adjust our understanding. Awareness that reflects on itself becomes more accurate over time. It doesn't trap us in subjectivity. It slowly refines how we discern truth. Conversation with others deepens this process even more. Each person sees from a different angle shaped by their history and culture. When these perspectives are shared, blind spots become visible. Traditions, teachings, and communal dialogue preserve the lessons of those who wrestled with truth before us. In this way, awareness is both personal and communal, shaped by individual experience but strengthened through shared reflection. Seen this way, the journey of truth becomes clearer. First, truth appeared as something living. Then it was recognized within perception. Then it was seen growing across time and cultures. Now we reach a deeper realization. All of this is mediated by awareness. Without consciousness capable of noticing, interpreting, and revising, the living flow of truth would pass by unnoticed. This carries ethical weight. If awareness shapes how truth is experienced, then cultivating awareness becomes a moral responsibility. Honesty with evidence, openness with dialogue, and willingness to revise conclusions are not just intellectual virtues. They are ethical practices. Refusing to examine one's perception can harden into dogmatism. Remaining attentive keeps understanding alive. At the same time, humility is essential. No matter how reflective we become, our awareness remains limited. We see from a particular place in history, culture, and personal experience. That limitation does not destroy truth. It simply reminds us that understanding is always partial and always growing. In the end, awareness is neither the master of truth nor a passive receiver. It's a participant, engaged, interpretive, and capable of correction. Truth continues to flow like a living current, but it becomes visible only where awareness is present to notice, question it, and respond to it with honesty.